This is a 2025 Cadillac Escalade IQ. And if you're not familiar, this is the first ever all-electric Escalade. I borrowed it from Seiner Cadillac here in Salt Lake City. Unfortunately, it is sold, but be sure to ask for Zaid in case it does become available. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys see options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors. And this is a Sport 1. And then here's a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it to see more. Base price comes in at $128,200. And this one does have the smart trailering package for $2,470. Also, it has the rear seat entertainment for $1,995. The black roof was $1,100. Roof rack cross rails in black was $695. Destination comes in at $2,290 with a total price of $136,750. The Escalade IQ has a look to it. It really does. When I see one, if I didn't know cars so well, I would think it's like a Rolls Royce. That's what it looks like to me when you first see it going down the road. And it does have a striking design. Now let me know in the comment section what you think. I think it looks pretty cool. And if I were to buy an EV, it would probably look like this for sure. Now, as you guys get closer in, you guys see it has the premium lighting, so full LED, high and low beam, turn signals. No front fog lights because those headlights are probably all you need going down the road. Front parking sensors, and I like the black accents that they gave you down below here. It really goes well with the sporty look that they give it. And right here in the center, they have this graphic. Cadillac badge right there, cameras, adaptive cruise control, air suspension, double wishbone independent, and they do give you a fabric material for the liners, which makes it easier to clean out. Here are the keys for the IQ. They do give you a Cadillac badge on the back, and if you want to open the front, that's how you do it. Now inside of here, they give you this long storage. I think you can get some golf clubs in here. And right here on the side, if you need to charge something or plug something in, you have a 120 volt with up to 400 watts, tie downs, and they do finish this with carpet, which I like. A little bit of lighting right here. And above, right there. And then they give you that Cadillac badge in the center. And to pull this down, that's all you gotta do. Now these are gonna be 24-inch wheels, Michelin tires. And that black roof is definitely the way to go, especially on white. I like the way this looks, has a great design, for sure. Look at how long this hood is on the front end too. You guys see right here, this is a turn signal. And they give you that Cadillac badge. It has like a black chrome appearance. On the mirrors, you see more of that black chrome here. Black paint with the white. Cameras right there. And they do give you what looks to be a puddle light down there. It could be a Cadillac logo too on the ground, one or the other. Down below, they do have fixed running boards. More of that black chrome treatment down below. And look at how big the doors are. Let's go ahead and see how much they open up to. Oh yeah, so they do open pretty wide for sure. And then out back, you guys can see you have the rear steering. This is where you're gonna charge up. It says power. And then check out the rear light design too. You get those parking sensors off to the side. And then here's that rear. Do you notice how that roof kind of swoops down too? I think that's why it has that look to it. It has that roof that kind of goes down. We'll have to check out the headroom. I didn't really point that out the last time, but you have two cameras right there. And they do have a sprayer to clean it off. Down below they do hide the hitch. And if you want to open the rear hatch, all you have to do is just push right there. Decent storage behind the third row seat. That's pretty deep in my opinion. You can get a lot of luggages back here. They have the Escalade IQ right here. And notice how they give you the carpet high up, 120 volt power, tie downs, and just a little bit of storage below here. And if you need to put those seats down, they are power for the second and third row. And to put this back down, just push the button, and that's it. This is probably one of the best Escalade interiors I've seen. This is the back end black and Santorini accents. I'm guessing the blue is the Santorini. And check out this high gloss wood. It almost looks like it's sparkling, especially in the sun here. You have some of your seating controls. And of course you have that lumbar that goes up and down, in and out. So it's gonna be a 12-way seat. Auto up and down for your front and rear windows. Power folding outside glass with heat and blind spot. All this is gonna be soft touch leather. Nice door handle too right there. But yeah, most of this is gonna be soft touch, and then down below it does have hard plastics. But yeah, this nice trimming here looks great. Check out how big the seats are. They're very comfortable, decent bolstering, and then you see more of that accent here with the perforated leather. It looks really, really good. They also provide the speakers in the headrest here, and these are going to be manually operated too. Power steering column, and then here's some of your controls. Electronic parking brake, air suspension. You can pop that front and the rear hatch, and then this is going to dim this 55-inch screen on the dash. More of that wood, satin, and all this is going to be soft touch as well. Let's go and check out the passenger side. Here are those seats. Looks really good. They have a huge wood trim piece right here. Cadillac does a really good job with their interiors. You have to give it to them. All this is finished in a fabric material. Your vanities have light with the mirror. You have that 4K camera for your rear view mirror there. And here's some of your controls at the very top. You guys can pretty much tell that this floats too. And then they give you a stitch design down below. Your cup holders. Yeah, this is the best interior design I've seen in a long time. They give you dual chargers for the phone wirelessly. And then that center console does have some stitching wrapped in leather. Very soft touch too. Now when you open the doors, it does wake up the screens out back. Has a nice animation to them. This has Escalade IQ. And it really turns them on actually, by the way. No curtains out back for the windows, but not a big deal. Captain's chairs in that second row. There's no handle to get in. And you guys can see right here, they definitely do obviously paint this roof too. $1,100. It might be worth it. And then in the second row, you have a screen down below to control your heated seats and the climate. 120 volt power plug here. They have a Cadillac badge too. And you have HDMIs and then Type C USBs. And then the pass-through here, pretty wide. And there's decent storage. Now I will say that roof, when it curves down that way, it does take away from the headroom in the rear, but it's not too bad. They also give you some lights for reading, air vents, keep it comfortable. And then they just give you one USB on both sides, cup holder. And that seat does sit kind of low, just as a consideration for tall people. And then seat back pockets, love how they do that blue stitching going down the seat there. And yeah, let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's seat. As soon as you sit down, it pretty much starts up the SUV. On this side, you do have a screen for the passenger to watch movies. Hopefully you guys can see that. It has Hulu, YouTube, web browser. You can even see some of the vehicle status on this side too. doesn't want to work on that side. But yeah, you can turn it back off using that. You can hook up headphones wirelessly to it. And on this side, I was trying to push this button here so you guys can see this. So you have your tire pressure, energy info, and then for your trip information, you can see this either over here, or if you click here, you can actually add it to this screen. Let's see where it puts it at. Okay, so it puts it right off to the side right there. So I like that. Now this screen below, obviously this is a little bit harder to reach if you're a little bit shorter, so you can actually use this screen. You also have this toggle too. You want to go back to home, you can just select whatever you want here. But yeah, on this screen you can pretty much control a lot of different things. So you have your climate as you see there. If you scoot over here, you can pretty much control the first, second, and third row air vents. Your seating controls are here. So if you want heated seats on with the heated steering wheel or ventilated seats, you can also turn off the second row heated seats if nobody's sitting back there anymore. This button here, it hides these controls. So if you have a gate at your house or a garage, you can have up to 8 now. Heads-up display is inside of there. You can kind of see it. Can you see it? It's right there. You can kind of see it. And then you have your rear steering. You can turn that on or turn it off. Lighting, safety, and if you drop this menu down here, here's a few more things that you can get to a little bit quicker. Glove box can be opened from here. Swipe that back up. Lighting controls. So basically what you saw on the interior, there's not a lot of controls. Like this stock here is for your windshield wipers, front and rear, turn signal, and high beams, but everything else is pretty much inside of this area. Camera system. And you also have that overhead view and side view. For those who can't drive that well, you have this camera view which helps it to just make it easier to park this big beast. If you hook up to a trailer or if you're backing one up, this might be helpful for you too. And if you wanted to get rid of this menu, you can just hit home on the screen. They also have multiple drive modes that you can click on. So you have sport, touring, snow, ice, tow haul, and you can do a more customized one too. You also can move things around on the screen here if you like. Now on this side of the screen, you have these buttons right here. Let's go ahead and swipe down so you guys can see what happens. So you have gauges, which is where we are now. If you go down to Google Maps, you can have full navigation on this side, have your Apple CarPlay on this side, or if you want to, look at your charging information here, you can do that too. If you swipe down again, go to driver assistance, it gives you this menu. So for your adaptive cruise control, obviously you guys know this has the Super Cruise system. And yeah, I think GM has the best one in the market too, by the way. Now down below, you have your heated seat buttons with Super Cruise, adaptive cruise control. This is your V mode as they call it. So if you want it to go a little bit faster, that's what that button's basically used for. And yeah, I mean, there's just a lot to this thing. As I said, I mean, you have dual chargers, which I like. Inside this area here, they do provide some Type-C USBs, 12-volt power plug, HDMI, and one more Type-C over there. And they do finish this in a velvet material. Let's go ahead and check out the numbers on the door. If you plan to tow a trailer or put this in your business name, these numbers might be helpful. So gross axle weight rating out front is going to be 5,300 pounds. The rear is 5,952. 10,500 pound gross vehicle weight rating and 24/9 wide wheels. All in payload 1,276 pounds. So this thing weighs 9,224 pounds on the curb. This thing is heavier than a dually pickup truck. 8,000 pound towing capacity. And then here's your yellow sticker showing the tire pressure. Out front 61, out back 71. Hope you guys liked the video. This is definitely a nice SUV. If I were to get an EV, it would probably look like this. This makes more sense because this thing weighs so much. If it had the 6.2 liter, it would feel a little sluggish for sure. And I feel as though you are helping the environment driving something this big. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. I am planning on doing a drive video. I just haven't had time to do drive videos because I'm still obviously running my YouTube channel and I have to figure out all my taxes for 2024. So yeah, I'm a little bit more busier, dealing with a lot more stuff. So sometime this year you will get a drive video from me and I'll be able to give my impressions. See you guys soon.